Hello everyone, welcome to another video featuring the chair, as well as me, Umber Rays. Anyway, let's talk about February. It is the month of love, it is Valentine's Day, which is a huge event here in Japan. Trust me, there's just so much yen spent every year on Valentine's Day gifts. And with that, maybe Alum is going to show us, the player, a little bit of love. Okay, probably not, but let's talk about what do I think is coming to the JP side in the month of February. Well, to be totally honest, it's kind of hard to say. Previous months, we've always seen a Mog King with a CG unit, and particularly of the new CG protagonists. Now, honestly, at this point, I don't know if that's going to continue into the future, but probably a good bet that it will. Now, let's start with the story update. Now, I think we're finally going to see the last chapter in Season 2. I don't think it's Season 3 starting yet, but I definitely think that Season 2 will start coming to a close with the potential final chapter starting at the end of this month. More importantly, though, there will be a new series boss battle, I'm predicting, and it will be Final Fantasy VI. Now, with many units like Terra, as well as Shadow and Kefka and everything like that, seems like a good time to drop the Final Fantasy VI Challenge series boss battle against Kefka. Probably like right around the corner. Don't think it's a super hard prediction, so there it is. Now, I'm also expecting us to see a particular collaboration at the end of this month that was announced during FanFest. I think that we're going to see Sake Dragon show up. Basically, FFB is having a collaboration with a famous sake maker here in Japan that is really high quality, and there's going to be a summon that looks like it is basically Golbez's Shadow Dragon. So I'm assuming that we're going to be seeing the Shadow Dragon summon pop into the game right away here. But not only that, there has been a little bit of a pattern of units that have been popping into Brave Exvius since the CG units have started. And I'm here to say that, well, guess what? That's kind of the prediction for this year. I am expecting to see a CG unit that is based... Wait, did I just get totally... I got totally lost. I think that the CG unit is going to be of a different role again. First, we saw Lightning, who is a primary chainer and as well as a debuffer. Then we saw Bartz, who is a permanent self-buffer as well as a chain finisher. Then we saw Terra, or CG Terra, sorry. And she had basically her, magic chaining. So what's next? What is the next role to be filled? Well, I'm willing to bet that it's going to be a tank, but it's not the tank that everybody is hoping for. Everybody out here on the JP side is screaming for Warrior of Light to show up, and that's, right now, I'm just going to say that's not my prediction. My prediction is definitely not Warrior of Light. I think that we are going to see, actually, Final Fantasy IV. Why? I think that it's just way too good a tie-in for the Shadow Dragon popping into the game. Final Fantasy IV, if they were to do the series boss battle at the end of February, would be really good with the Shadow Dragon collaboration coming at the end of January. And, a new version of Cecil, who is a brand new tank. Potentially a really high-quality tank, too. And maybe healer as well. So yeah, I'm willing to kind of bet right now that Final Fantasy IV is going to be the CG unit. Now, as for the story event, I actually have very little hope for that. If we are still trying to end Season 2, I actually think we won't see a story event. I think we will see another repeated story event, because there just isn't anything yet. So I guess we'll see. But there it is. There's my prediction. Now, as for the end of the month for the raid, I think it'll just be more Final Fantasy IV units. I think it'll just be Palam, Param, maybe. Maybe a Spoony Bard, maybe a new version of Kain that doesn't suck. anything is possible, but that's kind of what I am thinking is going to happen. Since Golbez is already out, it wouldn't be a stretch either to see, you know, a whole bunch of other Final Fantasy IV units right before a series boss battle at the end of February. But yeah, those are kind of my predictions, and we will find out very quickly if I am right or wrong, because... Is it this one? No, that's the bird. No, that's the trial. No, that's the maintenance detail. It's somewhere in here. There it is. On January 28th, it is our live stream event, and just like last year, there will be the normal stuff, the Hirai no Ma. There will be, what else? There'll be, you know, long, drawn-out live stream of absolutely nothing really important happening. But some information will be dished out near the end that we're all waiting for about an hour. So yeah, this is also kind of important because this is our first one since FanFesta in December. So it's been a while. So hopefully Alum has a lot to share with us, and maybe some big new surprises too, to start the year off right. Either way, you guys, should be exciting to find out. So tell me what you think your predictions are for basically this year, and yeah, that's kind of it. So let's just say, oh yes, I should talk about one other thing. Live streams lately have been very much kind of hit or miss in terms of scheduling. The schedule has been all over the place, obviously, because of releases such as Kingdom Hearts 3 and Resident Evil 2 Remake, which has kind of cut down on the number of Brave Exvius live streams. It's really hard to say too much, but lately I haven't been exactly the most talkative person when it comes to my feelings on Brave Exvius. Definitely Brave Exvius in my mind has, you know, been hurt a little bit, and why I think it's been hurt so much is because it's just hasn't been the most exciting game of late. Definitely Final Fantasy VI is not one of my more favorite series, and in my more recent decision to not spend money on gacha games, or spend very little money on gacha games this year, it has definitely kind of reduced some of the thing, because primarily I am a collector at heart. I really love to collect all different kinds of units, have, you know, just the availability and flexibility of being able to choose and use whatever I like. And not having that is kind of a tough pill to swallow, to, I don't know, put a sentence on that. But yeah, when it comes right down to it, it has made being a Brave Exvius player particularly kind of a little more challenging, because the excitement isn't quite there. Quitting Arena was just a thing more to gain my time back. Even if it's only a small amount of time, it just doesn't feel like a thing that is worthwhile to me anymore. And so leaving it was kind of nice, because I went off to just try other things. And when it comes to looking at, you know, lately I've been playing Epic 7, I've dropped Dragalia Lost, and getting back into regular video games has been a experience. But not only that, just living my life has been, you know, quite busy. So yeah, but something that has been happening in the last few months is a fairly large number of JP Brave Exvius English players have just been quitting playing the game. And that does kind of suck, because it is a community that I'm pretty close with. It is a community that is kind of a big deal to me as a YouTuber, and so that's kind of why it's just been a little bit difficult to be overly positive about Brave Exvius on the JP side lately. It's just not quite the same as it was. And at the end of last year, the community kind of took a big hit, with a lot of people I've known since I've started playing, you know, more removing themselves from the game. But yeah, that's kind of a little bit of my feeling so far about Brave Exvius. What exactly does it mean? Nothing right now. I still very much enjoy the analytic part of looking at Brave Exvius because it's not as simple as something like Dragalia Lost, but it's not as overly complex as an Epic 7. So Brave Exvius is still kind of a nice sweet spot. But I've definitely found myself enjoying some outside stuff, so that's kind of my feelings lately. But hope you're all doing well. Tell me what your predictions are for February. Do you think we're going to get some love? Or do you think we're just going to get a shaft? See you next time. Have a good one.